Now we can go to the second heat of the steeplechase. The first 6 certain to qualify. Running for Great Britain in this is Tom Buckner, Jack Buckner's brother. And Tom in his first international, or major international meeting, and the Buckner brothers, the first brothers to race for Great Britain in the Olympic Games since the Whitlocks in the walk in about 1952.
William Van Dijk of Belgium is leading the moment, along with one of the favourites for this title, Matthew Berrier, 20-year-old Kenyan. And then Tom Buckner in third place at the moment, the Brazilian Lopez in lane 4. The German tucked on in the inside, that's Hagen Meltzer, 10th in the last Olympic final, 1:7.33. That's Danny Lopez coming wide on the outside into third place now, with just 5 laps to go, or the equivalent of 2:52.36. They're just outside 8:19, probably 8:20 pace at the moment, Brendan, just to give some idea. Berrier, though, a very tough customer indeed, in second place, the Kenyan.
And in third place, like David Coleman was saying, Tom Buckner, Jack Buckner's brother. And if there was a category for the most improved athlete in the year, Tom would be a contender for that. He really has done well. He's worked hard over the last, particularly over the last year. He's come from being a good county class runner to be an international class runner. And then once he made the Olympic team, it seemed like his confidence grew. He won a race at Gateshead over 2,000 metres, which was very, very impressive just before he came out here. And he's running with confidence. And he's obviously learning a lot from his brother Jack. But I think it's great when you see somebody who works hard and gets their way through, and he'll do well here in this first round, and I'm sure he'll progress comfortably into the semi-final.
Well, coming up to 4 laps to go then in this heat 2 of the 3,000 metre steeplechase. Berrier, and you were saying, Brendan, in the first heat, the number of Kenyans that have actually taken the Olympic title away. Biwott, Kaino, Korea, Kariuki, over the years they've dominated the event, and of course, who is to say that Matthew Berrier won't do the same? Berrier leading from Van Dijk in second place. Here comes Meltzer in third place, then the Brazilian Lopez, and on the outside is Brahmi. Brahmi moving up. Brahmi's very useful, number 6. He's not been running too well lately. Started off the season very well. 1-2-1-0 on the outside is Labi Katabi of Morocco. It's all winding up now.
Well, if we look at Matthew Berrier, we'll see a lot more of him, definitely in the semi-final and certainly in the final. But his run altitude in Nairobi, when he ran 8:12, which is almost 10 seconds faster than anyone's running altitude before. And when the report came back from that, first of all, people didn't believe the time, because it was staggering to run that time. And he's come here very confident. He's freshened up for the last few weeks. They've been training as a group together. And I really don't understand why they dominate the steeplechase as much as they do. The only other event where the Kenyans are as dominant are the cross country. And there's obviously something about breaking the rhythm, responding to changes in pace, which they're very, very good at, because they do that. And we'll see a bit of that later on in the 10,000 metres.
Well, Berrier leading now. Katabi of Morocco for the best of 8:27.6 this season in second place. Van Dijk in third, and then Meltzer in fourth. Brahmi in 5th place at the moment. Tom Buckner still tucked in there in that front 4. He's 4th place now. And that's the 2,000 metre time. It's slow in the first heat. It's now starting to push along a little bit though, and that's down to Berrier attacking into that water jump. The American Danny Lopez not making an impression at the moment. Just to remind you, the first 6 plus the 6 fastest losers over the 3 heats go through to the next round. Berrier then, Katabi, Morocco, in that red and green top. Lopez of Brazil is still in there. Van Dijk tucked in on the inside. He was third in the World Championships in 1987 when they were held in Rome, was Van Dijk, tall Belgian in second place. Pushing it along now is Berrier, trying to stretch them out. And Buckner responding.
He's hurdling very well. He's moved nicely into third place there. And if he can just chase Berrier a little bit harder on this lap, then he might get 6 of them clear, because Meltzer looks to be in trouble there in the back of the group, even though Meltzer's got an almighty finish. That finish seems to have deserted him in the last couple of years. But Tom Buckner really has to start working now. He can't he can't leave it because there's no point saving yourself for the semi-final until you make it there. So Meltzer comes into that hurdles quite well, but Tom's got a graft on the last lap. He's done enough of that in the last year. One extra lap with it is not going to be asking for too much.
Remember Berea, Kenya 1107, the world junior champion in 1990. He's come through to the senior ranks. 1 lap to go. Berea leads. Van Dijk in second place. Lopez of Brazil in third place. Then Buckner. Behind Buckner is Katabi. And then comes Meltzer. And behind Meltzer, the American Lopez. 8 of them, and the leading 6 have broken away. The leading 3 have broken away, and that's down to Berea. Buckner running very nicely indeed at the moment. Berea. And Lopez. Well, Lopez is stuck to him now. In second place, there's Van Dijk. Buckner looking around to see where the danger is. He sees Brahmi of Algeria, fastest in the world this year. Behind him, and remember, first 6 to go through. And Berea, look at that, he's really opened them out, hasn't he? Really hotted up over the final stages of this race. And it's as though Buckner is going to be all right here. Berea comes in first. Lopez is going to qualify comfortably in second place. Van Dijk in third. Brahmi coming through in fourth, and then Buckner in fifth, Katabi in sixth, and Lopez, we'll have to wait to see, is the fastest loser.
Well, I can perfectly appreciate what Tom Buckner did there, waving his arms in the air, crossing the line. And when you think of the biggest race he's ever run before this one, is the 3A's Championships, then it's great to see him come into the Olympic arena, not be overawed by it. He's an intelligent athlete, he knows exactly what his capabilities are, and he's now happily sampling the Olympic atmosphere.
Oh, we've got his time unofficially 8:28, so that's useful.
Well, that's only a couple of seconds outside his personal best, and he was cruising in the last 200 meters, but he just had to hurry up in the finishing straight in case he was attacked from behind by Meltzer and the others, which he wasn't.
Track final